earlier this year. There she is on the inside.
Stand up.
Oh, wow. We had a false start in the 3,000 metres earlier. No disqualifications. That's Berkova, 6:37 this year. She's the third best in the field on paper. She looks very relaxed. Ha, you're on TV. Okay. Really good attendance tonight. It's a little cooler. The sun is not out, but it's quite sticky. This will be tough. A big roar for the release of the women going in the 2,000 metre steeplechase. Wow. Berntsen, 2:06 800 metre runner, went to the front so quickly she almost stumbled there. Berkova is covering her move, so too Soto. And Berntsen, well, having gone to the front, I think she just wanted a clean line of sight to the barriers. Ava James, second from the left, just using her elbows a little bit. Soto at the front. She has the comfort blanket of knowing no one else in this field has run anywhere near as quickly as her this year, but it's about putting it together exactly when it counts. Everybody clear on the water jump. And I wonder whether this is her just beginning to think about winding it up. She's not just at the front of that group. There's a metre or so growing. Ava James in second. Watch for Akicek of Turkey as well. That this is a confident-looking start to the run by the favourite Nadia Soto.
Well, this is very quick indeed. 75 seconds unofficially, and that's 6:35 pace. Oh, Soto's crashed! She caught her left leg on the barrier and went down, but she's bounced back and she's back in the pack very quickly. Good heavens, but Ava James now taking the pace at the front, and it's slowed down dramatically with James at the front without Soto pushing the pace, but Soto's bounced back very quickly. Doesn't look as though she's too perturbed. We'll have a look at that a bit later. We'll wonder what sort of effect that's going to have on this race now. Soto now just getting back into a rhythm, getting into a running. Well, doesn't seem to be too worried as Martinez opts for safety and swings right over to the right-hand side of the barrier.
Well, we've seen tumbles before in the steeplechase, and we'll see them again. Soto will have had a massive rush of adrenaline, and the first thing she will have thought is, am I injured? Can I carry on? There's no sign of blood or bruising on her legs at the moment, and now she is at the front again with Berkova on the curb. They're all paying attention because they know how quick she is at her best, but she needs to be totally focused here to ensure there's no second slip-up.
This is Soto. Second lap, 2:36, so a slightly slower second lap, as you might imagine. A 1:20 lap at 80 seconds. That's now back at around the 6:38, 6:40 pace. But Soto is absolutely relentless at the front, and she's really working so hard now to get clear of the rest. Behind her, the Turk, Akicek, leading the rest of the pack. But Soto now about 8 metres in front of. She's coming up to the kilometre mark just after this barrier. She's hurdling elegantly though. Berkova, the tall Czech runner there as well. 3:16.59 at 1 kilometre.
This is her bid to run the sting out of the finish of everyone else, and having had that fall, to ensure she gets a clean line of sight to every barrier between now and the finish. Akicek of Turkey was fourth in the second heat. She's a couple of metres ahead of a group of around 6 women that contain some big favourites for a medal, including Berkova, the Czechia athlete, who looks very, very comfortable, and Ava James of Great Britain in that group, just on the outside. But she's coming round now with just under 2 laps to go. A little stutter into that barrier from Soto. The chase group all over. Akicek won the Balkan Championships with a 6:46. A 3:16 at 1K. She means business. and that would only just be a fraction outside her lifetime best of 6:30. And now Berkova is the athlete who's decided enough is enough. We've got to close her down. And I tell you what, the gap is no longer growing. Berkova of Czechia, having a look over her shoulder, she's got heavy strapping on that left leg. I think ever so slightly she's reeling the favourite in.
It does look a little bit like that as they come up. They've got about 550 metres to go. Noticeably, that third lap wasn't any quicker than the second lap, a 1:20 lap. I think Berkova is starting well. Now you can see it with your own eyes. The lead is now down to about 3 metres, having been close to 10 before. Soto, though, glancing up at the big screen, she can see what's happening behind her, and she can see that Berkova and Bastide as well starting to close on her. We got the bell, 5:18 at the bell.
Soto, the long-term leader, now experiencing the pressure of the big occasion, and Berkova, to the delight of the crowd, has gone past her. And Soto is not going to have this race all her own way. Really good running by Berntsen, who's right up there as well. And Bastide, the Frenchwoman, not run out of this. Soto is looking a little bit anxious. And now look at Berntsen running past Berkova. These three with a little bit of a gap over Bastide, who looked tired when she went over that barrier. It's Astrid Berntsen of Norway trying to pull away from Berkova of Czechia. And Soto needs to be careful because Bastide is closing her down and could potentially take the bronze. The crowd are rising. Berntsen driving on. She's a 2:06 800-metre runner, and she's used that speed beautifully here. Astrid Cecilie Berntsen is going to take the 2,000-metre steeplechase title, and in fine style, a brilliant run in a brilliant time. Berkova the silver, and Soto, the favourite, has to settle for the bronze. A great race, a brave race from the favourite, but ultimately she went too soon, and the Czechia and Norwegian athletes came past her. In the end, she did well to hang on for the bronze. PBs for first, PBs for second. That's how you win a major championship title, by being bold, by being brave, and striking at the right time. And the Norwegian did it in style.
And the Norwegian also did it very cleverly indeed. She didn't get caught up with the early pace as well. She ran her own race. She'll have been aware of the times that she was ticking off as she went through each of the first 4 laps. And then she struck, and that's 6:32. Well, only Soto, with her European list leading 6:30, has been faster than her this year. What a time to take a very large amount of time off your personal best. She's absolutely smashed it, Berntsen. You know what? She's taken 14 seconds, and it's a 2-kilometre race. She was, if you think about it, that's roughly 3 seconds a lap.
I know, but when you bear in mind she's run a 2:08 over there, sorry, 2:06 over the 800 metres, that raw speed has always been in her legs. That was the point at which Soto came crashing down. She did really well to get straight back up. Maybe it played a part, maybe it didn't. This was the moment where Berntsen decided to strike for gold. Soto began to look over her shoulder with Bastide, the Frenchwoman, just behind her. And the only thing that could have caused her a problem was that final barrier. No issue. Berkova over in second, and Soto hung on for the bronze after that early fall. That was a cracking race, and it was fast. It had everything.
And a shout out to Soto as well after that early fall. She could have just tossed in the towel down the home straight, but she battled back to beat Bastide for the bronze.
National records, personal bests all over the place. Berntsen is the European Under-18 champion. Berkova the silver. The favourite, Soto, took the bronze.